Hello. I want to teach you today how to make a homeopathic medicine in liquid. And the reason I want to show you how to do this is because you can make your remedies last longer. And I'm going to tell you while I'm making the liquid, I'm going to give you some more reasons why you might want to do this. But when you want to take a homeopathic medicine in liquid, you really do need to do it correctly or purchase it from the pharmacy already made in liquid. So I'm just going to show you my supplies and then we'll get started. So the first thing I have is a little 2-ounce funnel. I have my remedy that I want to make, and this is my allergy trio. So I'm going to tell you why I'm using my allergy trio today. I have my amber glass bottle. I have my glass dropper that goes in the bottle, and I have my purified water. So whatever purified water you use, not tap water. We don't want fluoride or chlorine or any chemicals in our remedy, right? And then I have my whiskey. So this is Carolina whiskey. You can use brandy. This is 100 proof. You need to use at least 80 proof, okay? So if you're gonna take the liquid straight into your mouth, you might like brandy. It's sweeter. This is gonna be more like a little bit burny, I guess, for some people. And then I have my label. So my label already wrote out. It says Allergy Trio, and it has the expiration date on it because remember, when you make a homeopathic medicine in liquid, it's only good for 1 year from the date that you make it. So I wrote the expiration date on there. And so let's just get started. What I'm going to do first is take the remedy. I'm using my allergy trio. My allergy trio is Allium cepa 200, Apis 200, and Calimere 200, all mixed together in one bottle. And I had Ainsworth's homeopathic pharmacy mix this together for me. So 1 pill is a dose. So all I need to do then is get 1 pill into my bottle. I am going to use the funnel. You don't always have to, but I don't want to drop it. And in fact, these are big pills. I don't even know if it'll fit. Let's see. So I'm just going to kind of shake. Oh, okay, we got 3. That's perfectly fine. I'm glad that happened, actually. So I want you to know there's no overdosing with homeopathy. I mean, I could put 1 or 2 back in the original bottle because they didn't touch my hands or anything, but it's not necessary. I'm just going to use it. This is great. So recap this quickly because we don't want smells or anything in there. And then the next thing I'm going to do is put my funnel inside of the bottle with the, I've got my little pills in there, put my funnel in, and then we're going to pour the purified water. You're going to fill this bottle 80% full with water, with your purified water. So I figured out a long time ago that these bottles, 80% actually is about to the shoulder. I think you can see that better, to the shoulder of the bottle. So I'll fill water up to that shoulder with my funnel. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and put the dropper on because we want these pills to dissolve before we add the alcohol. So that's just going to sit for a little while. That's going to dissolve. You can shake it around to make it go a little bit faster. But I want to talk to you about why. First of all, why would you want to make a remedy in liquid? So the first reason is that you can make your remedies last longer. So I have had this bottle of Allergy Trio from Ainsworth's for a long time. And I mean, I don't even know how many pills are in here. I don't think it says, but there's a lot. So this is the pill size is P28. It says it right there. And then there's a number 148 on the back. I mean, on right after the P28. That might mean how many pills were in here to begin with. I'm not sure. I would imagine that there's at least 148, probably a lot more, but they're big. So I've had this for a long time, and I make it into a liquid for my husband. So he is almost finished with having spring allergies. He's had them for a long time. He used to suffer really, really bad, and he just doesn't as bad. It's not nearly as bad. So when I first started giving him this allergy trio for his allergies, he was having to take it quite often, all day long. And so you can imagine if this would be way gone. I mean, this would have been gone a long time ago if he were taking the pills. He was having to take it a lot before. Every single spring, I notice that he doesn't have to take as many doses. It's not as severe, and it doesn't last as long. So those are the indications that whatever remedy you're using for whatever condition is actually helping and uprooting the condition. So we're looking for shorter duration, less severity, and less frequent occurrences. And that's what's happening in him. So the other reason that I'm making this allergy trio in liquid for him is he does not like the sugar in his mouth. He's just not a sugar fan. He doesn't eat a lot of sugar. So he says it doesn't feel good, in his mouth. He doesn't like it. So he always asks me to make his remedies in liquid. So that's what I do. And so we are, we're waiting on these to dissolve, and you can succuss it a little bit. We're going to do that some anyway. But as we're waiting on this to dissolve, I also want to tell you that making remedies in liquid is a great way to administer to your family, especially to a large family. If a lot of people are sick, or if a lot of people are needing the same remedy for whatever reason, it's another great way to save money. But you do want to do it right. So remember, you need an amber dropper bottle, or the blue one. It's got to be tinted though. You don't want a clear bottle because it needs to be protected from sunlight. So my husband takes this remedy with him to work, so it's in his vehicle all day long. And then the dropper makes it easy. Now I do have some spray bottles behind me. You could use a spray bottle, and that would be perfectly fine too. You could spray the remedy into your mouth. I like the dropper bottle, and if you're going to use the dropper, then the dose is a good squeeze. This is just what I do. I give the dropper a good squeeze, and about a half of a dropper full gets in there, and that's what goes into the mouth. And then I like to encourage people to hold it in your mouth for 10 or 15 seconds if you can, before you swish and then swallow. Now, this is my own thing that I think I made up, and it just makes me feel better that the remedy is actually staying in the mouth when it's in liquid. See, when we're taking the pills, they're dissolving under the tongue, right? And they stay in the mouth for a while. But so with holding the liquid in your mouth, it's also just keeping that in your mouth for just a little bit and before you swallow it. So you want to succuss the bottle every time before you take a dose. So you're about to take a remedy for whatever reason, whether you're on a schedule or you're having an acute situation and you just need some succussion. That's, 10 succussions before you take a dose every single time. That wakes the remedy up, and it also raises the potency just a little bit, like a tiny bit. And Dr. Hahnemann actually teaches us in the Organon. I'm looking around because I think it's right here. Yeah, I have my Organon right here. He actually teaches us that you shouldn't take the same potency over and over and over again. Now, most of us don't practice in that way, and that's perfectly fine. Nobody's being harmed. It's that was his idea, and so this kind of goes along with that and kind of sticks with that instruction that he put in his book, The Organon. So our pills are almost dissolved. See, it takes a little while because they were big. And I want to tell you also about the alcohol. So some of you might be saying, I don't want to give my children alcohol. Or you might be making a remedy maybe for an animal and you don't want to give alcohol. Or maybe you yourself have whatever reason that you don't want alcohol. Maybe you don't want alcohol in the house, or maybe you don't want to take something that has alcohol in it into your body for whatever reason, and that's perfectly fine. So you can still do this without the alcohol. If you don't want the alcohol, just go ahead and fill it up to the top with water. And then you'll put your expiration date on your label is going to be 1 month from the day that you make it. So then you'll keep that in the refrigerator, and still one dose is about a half a dropper full. And you still hold it, in your mouth and swish and swallow, and you just have to keep it in the refrigerator. Everything else is the same, except it's kept in the refrigerator, and it's good for just 1 month after you make it. The alcohol is a preservative, so that's how you can use it for a year. Now, if you don't put enough alcohol in this, then it can grow mold. So you want to make sure that you've got, your bottle is 80% full of water and then 20% full of alcohol. So I'm going to do that here in a minute when the pills dissolve. So let's talk about the purified water for just a minute. Where are you getting your water from? So some people think that the water from your refrigerator filter is good, and not unless you have some kind of special refrigerator with reverse osmosis or some kind of like really good water filter on it. The regular refrigerators that we buy from the store that have the regular filter on it, not good enough for this. So you want to use, so this is my Berkey water. I've been using a Berkey filter for a very long time. And when we lived in the city, I had a fluoride filter on it. But when we moved to the country, we're on a well, so we don't have fluoride in our water anymore. So I took the fluoride filter off, and now I just have the charcoal filters. And, so I do use the Berkey water for even on a well, okay, for making the remedies. You can purchase distilled water at the store. That's actually what the old homeopaths recommended, is purchasing distilled water. But there are a lot of different great water filters these days. I also like Clearly Filtered. Clearly Filtered is a water pitcher that I like. I mean, I think they have other filter products, but I use the water pitcher, and I take it on vacation. So I used to take my big Berkey on vacation with us, and then, decided to purchase the Clearly Filtered water filter so I wouldn't have to drag that big thing. And so that's what we took on vacation. So our pills are dissolved now. So at this point, I'm going to add the alcohol. So I'm just going to empty the dropper there, and I'm going to put my funnel back in so that I can pour the alcohol. Now this bottle of alcohol is, I should have a napkin. I do. I have a tissue. The edge is rounded, so it drips down. I don't like that. That bothers me. Okay. So I'm gonna not hold this up. I'm gonna pour the alcohol just to, really just to under the bottom ridge there, that bottom twisty thing that it goes on. Let me concentrate while I pour. I don't want to pour too much because then it overflows. Okay. All right. I've also had this bottle of alcohol for a long time. In fact, if you saw my original making a remedy and water video, this is the same bottle. It's I have the same bottle. So, all right. So I've got that. And see, I filled it up just to about, yeah, almost to the top. And then put your dropper in, which, you know, then raises that volume a little bit. And that's why you don't want to fill it all the way up to the top. You all know that. And I want to make sure that the outside is dry because now I'm going to stick my label on it. So I have my lid on tight. I'm going to shake it up, mix it up really good. And then I'm going to add my label. So you always want to label your bottles when you make stuff. So you want to know what's in the bottle. So you need to write on the label the remedy or remedies that are in the bottle. So see, it says allergy trio and then expires 3/29/25. So you want to know what's in the bottle. You want to know what potency. So you need to write the remedy, the potency, and then the expiration date. I don't have a potency written on here because I know that my allergy trio is a 200C. All 3 remedies in there are 200C. So then I'll just give I won't because I don't have allergies anymore. This was the trio that uprooted my allergies. The reason that my allergies were uprooted so much faster than my husband's, I believe, is because I had year-round allergies. So I was taking this very often, all year round. So it took me about 18 months. This will be right now, we're in the 3rd spring that my husband has actually been using this consistently. Because before that, he wanted to, and you know, listen, you guys, I'm not into forcing my beliefs or my, my ideas on people, not even my family. So before that, he wanted to use turmeric, and he did, and he liked it. It did help. He just used straight turmeric. He carried it in his vehicle all the time, and he took turmeric, and he liked it. But then I guess over time he's decided, okay, he used turmeric for many years, and then he saw how, I uprooted my allergies completely to where I don't even have symptoms anymore. So this is his 3rd spring, but I can see each spring it gets less severe, shorter in duration. He's having to use less doses, and so we're getting his allergies uprooted. So what he'll do when he takes this is he'll give the dropper a good squeeze. And because this dropper, I had the lid on so tight. So I'm going to undo the lid and I'm going to start over because that was just a tiny bit. And then you might squeeze it up here, stick it in, and then let go, right? And then that sucks up more. So about a half a dropper full got in there. That's going to be his dose, and he can take that as needed. So I hope that this was helpful. I know that in my last water potency video, I did not tell people how much was a dose. So I've gotten that question a lot. So now we have that this time. You can make any remedy that you want to in water. Any remedy that you have the dry pills for, you can put 1 dose in here, do the process that I just showed you, and enjoy good health with less doses used. And I do want to also say, here's another reason that you might use a remedy in liquid. Sometimes some people are really sensitive to homeopathic remedies and can have bigger reactions. So for the person, if the remedy is the correct remedy, and your current symptoms get worse, then that's what we call an aggravation. And then you can put the remedy in water to help it be more gentle. So that is also another beautiful thing about the liquid remedies is it's still as effective. Don't get me wrong. We're not making this weaker. It's the same potency. It's still just as effective, but it's more gentle. So for the person who gets aggravations, you can put it in water. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that you will try this at home and have a blessed day. Thanks for watching.